Arthritis diet. Foods to avoid if you suffer painful symptoms. Rheumatoid arthritis is an extremely painful condition that causes long-term impairments with agonizing symptoms that include swelling, stiffness, and pain in the joints. It most commonly affects the wrists, hands, and feet. Patients who suffer with rheumatoid arthritis tend to experience sharp increases in the pain and a worsening of symptoms that can often be difficult to predict, prevent, and endure. Experts believe that the daily diet of an arthritis patient plays an instrumental role in the success of the treatment and the worsening of symptoms. Most patients diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis also tend to experience other ailments in their body, along with some general symptoms like abnormal weight reduction, fatigue, and weariness. Researchers believe that there are certain foods that tend to worsen the symptoms, and we have picked out the deadliest 7 foods that you must avoid if you are suffering from arthritis. Red meat. Research reveals that red meat packs up extremely high concentrations of arachidonic acid, a certain type of omega-6 fatty acid that can convert itself into pro-inflammatory compounds upon reaching the body, which worsen the symptoms of joint pain and inflammation. However, consuming a mindfully small portion of high quality red meat can be beneficial for arthritis patients, as it will provide their body a rich supply of essential nutrients, particularly iron. Therefore, it is best to consume no more than 1 or 2 servings of red meat each week. If you don't eat red meat, consume fatty fish to load up your body with the anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. You can also consume Quest Nutra Pharma Super Omega 369 if you don't eat fish as well. Fine quality organic white meats such as turkey or chicken are also a healthy alternative for those who don't consume red meat or fish. Fried foods. It is highly advisable to steer clear of fried treats and foods soaked in oil, especially those fried foods that have been prepared with vegetable oils. Researchers reveal that vegetable oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excessively high concentrations tend to convert themselves into pro-inflammatory substances when they reach the body. Moreover, when exposed to high temperatures, these omega-6 fatty acids tend to become rancid. If you must fry your food in oil, it is advisable to do so occasionally. It is best to use coconut oil for frying, as it is a much healthier alternative, comprising mainly of saturated fats which do not turn rancid when exposed to high temperatures. Coconut oil is a much safer alternative to most animal fats and butter. If you want to avoid the strong smell or flavor of coconuts, you can pick out deodorized coconut oils from your nearest grocery store. Coffee. Excessive coffee consumption can cause a rapid increase in blood acidity, which can increase the symptoms of any kind of inflammation. If you are picking out decaffeinated, deeming it a safer alternative, keep in mind that it still packs up all those substances that are damaging for the body. Therefore, it is always safer to consume green tea and other herbal teas instead of coffee. Fizzy beverages and sugary foods. Much like coffee, consuming sugar-loaded treats and fizzy beverages tends to increase the acidity within the blood, which worsens the symptoms, particularly inflammation. It is best to consume healthier beverages such as pure water, herbs, teas and fresh fruit juices which can be half diluted with fruit and half with water. However, it is advisable to steer clear of orange juice as it can be extremely acidic. If you find it difficult to control those unavailable pangs for sugary treat, pick out Quest Nutra Pharma's Equiglow. It aids in regulating and normalizing blood glucose levels. Excessive consumption of wheat and dairy products. When our immune system negatively reacts to a substance in the food we consumed, food intolerances or allergies tend to occur, and they are the most commonly risk factor that leads to the development of inflammation. Most patients suffering from rheumatoid arthritis complain of worsened joint pain after consuming too much dairy and wheat. It is extremely common for patients who have a wheat intolerance to also suffer an exacerbated joint pain, and most patients report that consuming healthier alternatives to wheat and wheat-based products actually helped in reducing the joint pain and inflammation. Intolerance to dairy products. Being intolerant to certain dairy products, particularly those derived from cow's milk, is a common factor that tends to worsen the symptoms of arthritis for some patients. Experts believe that since dairy products contain arachidonic acid, a kind of acid that is capable of converting itself into pro-inflammatory substances, it can be harmful for patients suffering from arthritis. If you experience your symptoms worsen after consuming dairy products, particularly dairy milk, you can pick out safer alternatives such as hazelnut milk, coconut milk, oat milk and almond milk. Nightshade family vegetables. Nightshade family vegetables such as white potatoes, peppers, tomatoes and aubergines can worsen the symptoms of arthritis, particularly inflammation and the pain in the joints. A recent study highlighted this fact after concluding that performing certain kinds of jobs can actually increase the risk factors of developing rheumatoid arthritis. For men, these jobs including concrete workers, electricians and bricklayers, and for women it is jobs like nursing that carry a 30% greater risk.